Now let's take a look at the top story of the hour. The centre has asked several states to conduct mock drills for effective civil defence in the event of hostile attack. Amid tensions between India and Pakistan following the Pahalgam terror attack on April 22nd, which claimed the lives of 26 innocent civilians, the timing of the centre's order is crucial. The last drill was conducted in 1971, the year in which India and Pakistan went to war on two fronts. The measures that are set to be put to practice on 7th May 2025 as a part of a security mock drill is as follows. Number 1, operationalization of air raid warning sirens. And also number 2, of the hotline radio communication on links with the Indian Air Force. Number 3, activation and managing of control rooms, shadow control rooms. Number 4, training of civilians, students on the civil defense aspects to protect themselves in the event of hostile attacks. Number 5, activation of civil defense services, especially warden services, firefighting, rescue service, depot and others. Number 6, provision of crash blackout measures. Number 7, provision of early camouflaging of vital plants and installation. And number 8 is updation of CD plan and its rehearsal. Number 9 is updation of evacuation plan and its rehearsal. And the last, cleaning of bunkers, trenches and more. Remember, this protocol has been called for the first time since the 1971 war. Well, there's no need to panic, but ponder what this truly implies in terms of India's mentality and preparedness. We have with us my colleague Sanjay Sharma joining us on the telecast. Sanjay, in terms of these directions and the advisory that has been issued by Ministry of Home Affairs, when we are talking about that, this is the first time since 1971. It's been 54 years that we've been seeing that these mock drills direction have been given.
देखिए, पहलगाम पर हमले के बाद में लगातार देश में जिस तरीके के हालात बनते जा रहे हैं, भारत पाकिस्तान के बीच में टेंशन बढ़ते जा रहा है, उसको देख करके कहा जा सकता है कि लंबी लड़ाई हो सकती है, लड़ाई छिड़ सकती है। तो उसके लिए बाहरी तरफ से जहां पर सेना मोर्चा संभाले हुए, वहीं पर इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी का मोर्चा गृह मंत्रालय ने संभाल लिया। उन्होंने सभी राज्यों को ये निर्देश दिया है कि वो अपने अपने राज्यों में पूरी तरह से तैयारी करें, किसी भी आकस्मिक हमले से निपटने की तैयारी करें, लोगों को तैयार करें, सिविल डिफेंस लाइन को तैयार करें और सिविल डिफेंस के लोगों को ट्रेनिंग दे। कल मॉक ड्रिल भी किया जाएगा देश भर में 7 तारीख है, कल 7 मई को पूरे देश भर में सभी राज्यों में मॉक ड्रिल करने के निर्देश दिए गए। और आज सुबह 11:15 बजे केंद्रीय गृह मंत्रालय में आज एक महत्वपूर्ण बैठक बुलाई गई है, जिसमें सभी राज्यों के मुख्य सचिव और गृह सचिवों को जोड़ा जाएगा और उन सभी को निर्देश दिए जाएंगे कि अपने अपने राज्यों में सिविल डिफेंस को तैयार करें, लोगों को बचाव की ट्रेनिंग दें, लोगों को गाइड करें कि किस तरीके से वो अपना बचाव करें। अगर ब्लैकआउट होता है देश भर में, किसी भी हमले की आशंका होती है, कोई हवाई हमला होता है, तो आपको ब्लैकआउट की आदत डल जाना चाहिए। किस तरीके से आपको एक सायरन बजने पर ब्लैकआउट कर देना है, बिजली बंद कर देनी है या बिजली कंपनियों को बिजली कम बंद करनी है। अगर कोई हमला होता है तो आकस्मिक चीजों से निपटने के लिए आपको एम्बुलेंस, फायर ब्रिगेड, जितने भी रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस हैं, उन सब की तैयारियां आपको रखनी पड़ेगी। सिविल डिफेंस के लिए एनसीसी कैडेट्स, एनएसएस कैडेट और पूर्व सैनिकों की आप एक फौज तैयार करके रखें, ताकि हर मोहल्ले में, हर गांव में, हर गली में इस तरह से लोगों को ट्रेन किया जाए कि लोग अपना भी बचाव करें। अगर कहीं कोई घटना घट जाती है तो वहां पर रेस्क्यू भी करने में लोगों की मदद करें।
All right, Sanjay Sharma, thank you so much for joining us on the telecast. We also have with us Major General Anuj Mathur, a defense expert, joining us on the telecast. Major General Anuj Mathur, I would like to gain an understanding from you, since our generation is they're not aware of something like this. As I was talking about, something that happened last in 1971, 54 years it has been. The last generation that was aware of something like this was in 1960s, in 71, when we talk about with China in 1962 and with Pakistan in 65 and 71. And it's been 54 years we have been seeing something like this. So in a situation like this, what is your understanding when we are seeing that now advisory has been issued after 54 years?
Thank you very much, Ria. The point is very, very simple. Whenever there is a conflict, whenever there is a war which breaks out, armed forces are totally geared up, trained, equipped to fight the war and take the consequences of the war, what immediately come around. Whereas there is a requirement. There is a larger effect on the entire population. See, the war is not going to be between only the two armed forces. The enemy will surely be attacking vital installations of the country. They will surely be targeting where the communication centers are, where the logistics centers are, and all these things are in the middle of a civil population. That is one. The one side of the mock drills is how to save yourself. That awareness has to be given. Ria, I will tell you one thing very importantly. While we are continuously saying that it's happening for the first time after 54 years, there has been a system in place in the armed forces that we have regular civil military interactions, civil military, talks, and in that these things are spoken about. So for some, it is only for a few who are directly involved, like the home guards and the others, and some civil administrations. People are talking, but for the public at large, I agree, this is the first time after many, many, many years, a nationwide mock drill. In 1999, certain issues were handled in the J&K and because it was a limited war. But the fact of the matter is that we have to be prepared. Now, we have a huge force within which is required to be mobilized in the time of a national emergency, and that force is the students, the children who can be a help to the armed forces, who can be help to the civil administration, the hospital systems, hospital administration. You will need a lot of casualties will be coming back, lot of refugees, there'll be an influx who will be returning from there. So their security, how will they be taken care of? Then there is a requirement of getting some intelligence, because in case of an Indo-Pak conflict, Ria, what we must be very sure is that one war will be from that side, and there will be issues within the country, and there are sleeper cells of the Pakistanis who will become active, in fact hyperactive at that point in time. So the civil population needs to be told, one, how to be prepared to take care of themselves and their things in the case of war. Two, how they can help the armed forces in terms of providing manpower, providing transport. I hope you know there is a system in place that in case when the armed forces are mobilized, the army is authorized to take vehicles, transport which is moving on the roads. There's a military term for that, and we hire those trucks, empty them, their goods are kept separately somewhere, and so all these things, Ria, to my mind, must be told to them that should there be a need, they should be prepared to come forward, provide manpower, provide communication, provide vital information, help people safeguarding the installations. I can give you a small example. In all activities, we see that there are things like a Bombay Stock Exchange or a place in Delhi. There are all these things are registered targets with the armed forces. So these things need to be saved. If you see any unusual activity, you are supposed to report to whom. That system needs to be put into place, and that system fortunately exists. It has to be just rehearsed, and people should be made responsive to this kind of a system. And this act which is taking place now, to my mind, should become a regular practice, because you never know when you will require this. A civil defense system is as important as your armed forces are in case of a war. I said that earlier also, Ria. In the same breath, I will tell you, this is no panic sign. We are not panicking. We are just putting things into place in the perspective.
Yes.
Should there be a requirement?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
thing. So, and I told you last time around. Also, let me say that first, because this must be known. NCC has a huge role to play. You need a lot of manpower in the backyard, in the depots, in places where your ammunition is stocked, which has to go up. So that manpower is maybe required. So those lists need to be updated. The people should know that if there is a requirement, they will be called. And most importantly, how to save themselves. That is the most important thing. Yeah.